We're back together.
I know.
Doing a live video together.
I know, it's exciting.
Feels like it's been a while, but I'm excited because we are going to be showing you guys how to do a DIY foiled pillow.
That's right.
We did a live about 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Like a full-blown episode showing
projects.
all the different ways to foil, and it was super popular. We have the foil back again today, so we're going to bring back one of those projects.
Yeah.
So what are you going to make for us?
So when we were in the foil last time, I forget what I made, but we had some extra foil laying around, and I'm like, you know what? I think I want to try and make a pillow with this stuff. So I made a pillow, and we posted it on Facebook, and it did really well, so I thought I'd actually kind of do a really quick demo for you guys because this project is pretty simple. I'm showing you how I actually created the pillow, and this is the pillow that I did a quick video on, so maybe you saw this posted on Facebook. I just used a gray pillow form for this one and some purple foil. This time around, I have kind of a cream-colored, yellow-colored pillowcase here, which we also sell in Blitsy. And I've taken kind of a bigger circle than my previous pillow. So to start the project, you're going to want to grab, I took this out, but here's the packaging, the adhesive melt, hot melt adhesive. I don't know if you can see on here, but one side is kind of rough, which is going to have that adhesive, and the other side has a protective liner. And you're going to cut out your shape, and you're going to put the sticky side down on your pillow. So there's a couple different ways you can achieve the kind of polka dot look. I actually had Claudia cut some circles out for me on the silhouette just to kind of, make it much quicker than doing a hand punch. But you can also use your hand punches, and you could also use your die cutting machine. So if you have a circle die that you want to use, you could use that as well. So a few different ways to kind of achieve the polka dot look. Or if you don't like polka dots, you want a different shape, you can do that as well. But I went with polka dots. So I cut out a bunch of the circles here, and I kind of already prepped this. I, placed them kind of, randomly, somewhat random on my pillowcase here. And I am now going to take one of the circles. I'm going to place it down on top of my pillow. And I have my, iron, it was heating up, to a medium setting. You want to make sure it's at medium, and you want to make sure that the steam is off, because if the steam is on, it's going to be bad. It's going to kind of make that adhesive kind of wet, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure that you turn the steam off, make sure that you have it on the medium setting, which it looks like it's back up there. And then you take parchment paper, which is also on sale. We have the Deco foil parchment paper, and you place it on top of your cutout. And then you take your iron. Actually, I should probably put this on the ironing board and not on my table. So I'll move this over to my ironing board. And then I'm going to place
Now, at this point, you don't have the foil yet, right?
So imagine none of this is here. I just cut out my shapes. Now I'm placing it on my pillowcase. So you can do all of your cutouts prior and have them, kind of design them the way that you want. And then I'm going to place my parchment right on top, and then I'm going to place my iron over it, and then I'm going to let it just sit there for 30 seconds. So
Suzanne says, why not just buy polka dot fabric? Because then you don't get the foil.
That's right. That's the whole point, is the pretty foil effect that you get, because we all need a little bit of foil, a little bit of shimmer in our lives, especially with home decor, right?
Yes, and it's so easy to do yourself. But if you just want polka dots, by all means, you can buy fabric and you can do it that way. But this is just a fun way to add foil to the pillow.
Yeah, since foiling is so popular, it's just a nice little extra to kind of make your pillows look a little fancier, if you will, with that little bit of shimmer. All right, so I'm hoping that this has been 30 seconds. You can, use a timer. When I was prepping this project, I was using my cell phone, so we're going to assume that's been 30 seconds. I'm going to pull that off, and you're going to want to let it cool. So I already have one here that has been cooling. So once it's nice and cool, you're just going to kind of peel off that liner. And you see, hopefully you can see, there is adhesive still stuck to my pillow. So now the adhesive is stuck to my pillow, and now there is adhesive facing up, So that's when I'm going to take my foil here, and we have a ton of colors on sale right now at Blitsy.com. So depending on your color preference, you know, if you're doing a black pillowcase and you want gold, we have purple, we have blue, we have pink, we have so many. There's rainbow, there's iridescent. We have so many different colors of the foil. I went with this kind of pretty turquoise color, and then I'm just going to cut my foil down. And you just want to cut your piece of foil down large enough to cover your design. So I'm just going to do a really rough kind of rectangular square there. And then you want to place this on top of your adhesive, and you want to make sure that your foil is facing up. If you go like this, it's going to be ruined. You don't want the foil down. You want the foil to be facing up. So you're going to place this on top. Once again, you are going to grab your parchment here, place it on top. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rip, this might be cool. I'm going to rip this one off so I can do both of them at the same time. You want to make sure it's fully cool, because if you don't, you could potentially rip up some of that adhesive, which would then kind of stink because you'd ruin your design.
So you'd miss some of the foil.
Yeah.
So Dee asked, while you're cutting them, this is the adhesive that she is using right now. It's the Deco Foil Hat Melt Adhesive, and you can use it on fabric or paper.
Yep.
So you can foil all the things with this.
And if you watched our live with Blitsy that we did, Claudia actually used the silhouette to create really fun t-shirts for all of us. So mine had a pineapple.
I washed mine too, and it worked.
Yes, and it held up really, really well. So you can make custom t-shirts, you know, if you're doing like a bachelorette weekend or something, or a wedding for your bridal party, you can create custom shirts, custom, you know, robes, you know, are popular. So lots of things you can do with the foil along with the silhouette. So keep that in mind. All right, so I have my foil on top of both of my adhesive dots now. I'm laying my parchment liner back on top, and then I'm going to place my iron. Actually, I'm just going to do this one first. I'm going to place this on top, and now with this, I'm actually going to move it around slightly for 30 seconds. And once again, I wish I would have brought my cell phone to do the 30 seconds, because I'm really bad. I'm either too long or too short in the 30. So we're just going to kind of play this one by ear. But you want to move. We want to make sure you move this one. When we were doing the adhesives, we just laid it right on top and kept it so we did not move it. So that's the difference between the ironing technique, between the actual adhesive sheet and the foil. You want to kind of move it a little on the foil to make sure it adheres. All right, I'm going to move over to my other piece of foil. Once again, kind of shaking it around a little, moving it. And as a reminder, I have the steam off, so we have no steam going on right now. You want to make sure that function is turned off if you have that on your iron. We're just going to keep moving this around.
The pillow that you're using, is that like a blank pillowcase that we have at Blitsy too?
Yep, we have those. I don't know if they're currently on the site, but I know we have them on occasion. We have I think we have them this kind of cream natural color, white, and then gray.
You could do this though you could do an apron, like a craft apron if you wanted. You can do pillows like we're showing here, like you mentioned earlier, on clothing. So any fabric, and then also for your paper projects.
Yeah.
You can foil on your cards and your scrapbook pages.
And if you are a paper crafter, we have the foam adhesive. So if you can kind of give your projects a little bit of dimension, because the foam's a little bit, you know, thicker than obviously a flat piece of adhesive.
Right.
So you can add a little bit of foam, kind of adhesive detail to your projects with the foil. So those are really fun. And you don't need any sort of heating tool for those. I believe you run through your Big Shot or some sort of Big Shot machine to apply pressure to those, and then you add your foil. So really, really fun techniques with the foil. Okay. So I ironed my foil onto my adhesive. I'm just going to swing this back over to my table here. And once again, you want to make sure you allow enough time for this to cool. Because if you don't, you could potentially, rip up some of your foil, and so it might not stick onto your adhesive. So I'm just going to slowly rip up this one to kind of show you. So you just take it, and you're just going to peel it right off. And these are still a little warm, but I
So while those cool off,
Yes.
Shauna asked if, she said she missed the beginning, and can you do any shape with any die cutting machine?
Yeah.
And yeah, so we actually use the silhouette for our polka dots, but we also showed that you can just use any punch that you have or any die cut that you have for whatever shape you want for the foil.
So it's fun. So if you have, you know, a die cutting machine, or if you don't, all you need is just a hand punch, and you can just create your own shapes. And like I said, this works with, you know, you just slide it into your adhesive here, you pop it out. If you run it through a die cutting machine, I believe they recommend putting a piece of paper on top of it, just to allow, let me see. Cover adhesive, cover the rough side with the parchment paper, which is included. So, or, yes, which is included. You get a piece of parchment paper in this pack. So
And then you
run it
can
through.
reuse that parchment paper too, right?
Absolutely, and I've used this a couple of times. So yeah, it's not like a one-time done situation. You can use it multiple times.
The other question we got was, can you only use this for paper and cotton fabric, or can you do it on multiple types of fabric? Do you know?
You know, I don't know, but
This is
I'm
kind of like
assuming
a burlappy
I'm
cotton.
assuming it doesn't matter only because the way that this adhesive works is that it's smooth, right? So this side is rough because that's the side that's actually going face down onto your fabric. But when you peel it off, and obviously I've already kind of peeled all mine off, it's going to be smooth. So even if your fabric has kind of rigid, I mean obviously this is not totally flat, it's a little bit of, you know, kind of rough.
Yeah.
The adhesive is going to be smooth on the top, so you're not going to see the texture of the fabric coming through. Does that answer the question?
I think so, yeah.
And obviously anything that you can launder, it can be laundered too. So if you are putting on cotton, obviously polyester, depending on the type of fabric you're putting it on, you'll just want to pay attention to the washing instructions for that material, because this can be washed. So with your regular
Yes,
wash.
I've tested that myself. And I think this was the color we used on my shirt too.
And I don't know if it meant if it says to use the dryer, but I think it might be the dryer. Did you put yours to the dryer?
My husband did it.
I would
don't know.
imagine I wasn't
Probably
paying-
not, because I kill him when he puts my stuff in the dryer because he shrinks all my
But I would think that if I was doing my laundry, I probably just saw like a black t-shirt and just threw it in the dryer. So if that's the case, it really held up well through a wash and dry. I think they probably in here recommend just hang drying, but
I'd rather
err on
be
the side of the
safe
caution,
side.
because you don't want to have your new favorite shirt that you design and then you ruin it. So okay, so I think this is cool enough, but we'll just give it a little test here. So you're just gonna peel it off, and you get that real.
Oh, Dee is gonna make aprons for her sisters with their names. That's awesome.
Yeah. So someone said, why not just get a polka dot pill? Let me just pull this up real quick. You can't get this with just regular fabric. Look at the fun shimmer you get.
Hopefully, I'm looking on here, cheating to see if you can see the shimmer. It's so pretty.
Hopefully you can see that. So you of course can just get really pretty polka dot fabric, but it doesn't have quite the detail that this foil has.
Yeah.
So after you do this, either get some polyfill or just grab an actual pillow form, put it in your pillowcase, and you have a really fun Deco foil pillow. And really, I mean, honestly, from start to finish, you could probably get this done in like 30 minutes or less to do the whole pillow, because it really doesn't take long.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
And it could be a really fun, even like housewarming gift if your friend loves foil, or
I think this would be a really fun, like, did you just say this? I was reading the comments, like girls' night.
No, I
You
said
could
no.
have your girlfriends over, the moms in the neighborhood, and you could
Yeah.
all make your pillows or the aprons with your names on it.
I like the apron. That's really cute.
Yeah,
That's a
we
really
should
cute
do that
idea.
here. One of our craft afternoons.
We should. So yeah, like I said, really quickly you can create a foil pillow, and all of the supplies, the Deco foil and the adhesive melt, are on sale right now at Blitsy.com. So lots of different colors to choose from with the foil, and then there are a couple, if you're not into the pillow making, but you're like, that's really cool, I can add to my favorite projects, we have the adhesive foam, and we also have the toner sheets as well that can be used for paper crafting.
So much fun with the foil. And if you
Yeah.
scroll through our page, we can probably actually link on here to the long Deco foil live with Blitsy that we did here on Facebook, so you can see all of the projects that we did there. But yeah, this was a really simple foil project. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I don't see any more questions, but we'll make sure to go through the comments and answer any questions should there be any more. We're going to be live here again tomorrow at the same time, 2 o'clock Central, with another fun DIY to share with you.
All right.
So see you then.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.